Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Garry's Mod. And today, I'm going to be taking a look at a map which only came out on the workshop a couple of days ago, but which several of you have already suggested that I play. Now, what's interesting about this one to me is that, judging by the screenshots, it does seem to be going for the whole office after hours liminal aesthetic that so many maps have already done. However, it bills itself as a survival horror map. Now, it seems to have some custom scripted mechanics, so those are the kind of thing that tend to not work so well in VR, which is why I'm playing this normally. But let's actually just take a quick look at the workshop page in order to see what this thing is about. This map is created by the user Mergus Troll, and recommends that I enable SV Cheats 1 and AI Disable 0. Now that is interesting. Why am I inputting commands relating to AI? The description says, in 1986, people disappeared in the building of a large company. But perhaps these are only rumors. Perhaps. Your task is to find the exit. Features: get into the liminal backroom space. Replenish your vital needs such as thirst and hunger. That's interesting. Prepare for the dark. Learn stories from computers. You are not alone. Ooh. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be something I really haven't experienced before. As I'm sure most of you already know, I've explored many of these liminal space maps that have gotten so popular recently, but I've yet to play one that actually demanded something of the player in terms of gameplay, so I'm really curious to see what this is all about. Wow, that's really cool. It's actually got a custom intro graphic. Oh, and that's not all it's got. It's actually got custom contextual graphics as well, to let us know which terminals we can look at. Actually, now that I take a look around, it looks like there's a whole lot of custom assets at play here. From the screenshots on the workshop page, I was just kind of expecting the usual fare with reused Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2 assets. But all of this looks really, really nice. I mean, look at these custom computers and keyboards. Look at the carpet and the wall, how you can see the ridges. Meanwhile, it's really nailing that office after-hours-y aesthetic. You have the lit hallway with the slightly unnerving portraits that probably wouldn't bother you so much by day, but feel a little bit uncanny at night. You've got these dimly lit rooms with the lights turned off for the night off to the sides of the hallway, which is lit. I have to say, I'm in the mood to enjoy this already. Federal Trade Administration of the State of Pennsylvania, January 1987. So, I don't know if the story is meant to be that I'm coming here to investigate the disappearances. Or maybe I am one of the disappearances. It's not really clear on that. If the rest of the map has this much attention to detail, I'm going to enjoy exploring this just as much as I am the gameplay elements that have apparently been added. But let's take a look at this. Actually, before I go any further, I just remembered the workshop page did recommend that I enable a couple of console commands. So what were they? They were SV Cheats 1, I remember. And what was the other one? AI Disable 0. I think I did that right. Okay, so let's read this terminal and see what we have to do. Sales Manager J. Anderson. Mr. Strawberry, as expected. Total profit is up 70% from the previous quarter. The sale of Christmas utensils gave a strong boost. The total U.S. market share increased by 3%. Total quarterly profit, $56 million. Oh, I can actually scroll down. Office tables, 500 units of good. Office chairs, different types, 234. This just seems to be some kind of, is this some kind of, like, order log? Things that were ordered for the place? Or, oh, it's a product list. I'd know that if I looked at the screen. Oh, I see. The reason the level is called that is because the company is actually called Room Inc. Electronics. Strawberry nervous as hell. The last time I saw him like this was in 1982 when Mr. Miles died. This whole story with the loss of people in our shop, in my opinion, has a bad effect on him. You just can't take and disappear here. This is nonsense. There was a power surge an hour ago. Some of the equipment began to go haywire. I need to tell the specialists about it tomorrow. And this is from the 2nd of January, 1987. Okay, now how do I get out of this? E. Alright. So whatever happened in January of 1987. Like I said, I'm still not sure if I'm supposed to be an employee of this company or if I'm coming here years later to investigate the place. I really like the sound of this door. I mean, I know it's a small thing to appreciate, but when a big part of your map is atmosphere, the sound design really is very, very important. Now listen to this. We've got the electrical hum of the vending machines and what few lights are on. When you open this door, which it doesn't seem like I can close it, but you hear the latch unlocking, which on these doors are quite heavy and loud, and when it's finished opening, you hear that sound echo down the halls. It makes me think about how, if a door opens in any other part of the building, I'm sure I'll be able to hear it. Oh, it looks like it's snowing out, but I can't see like a parking lot or anything. It's just a black void out there. It almost makes me feel kind of nervous trying to look out because it makes me think something's going to come out of nowhere and hit the glass. From here, I can't even tell what floor I'm on, if I'm on the ground floor or possibly higher up. Sorry for that pause, I had to go answer the phone. But looking out at this, it sort of reminds me of... Okay, so when I was a kid, I was in Boy Scouts, I was in, like, Catholic education, so a lot of the time, I'd be doing stuff after school, often late at night, especially later on in the year. And a lot of these events would be held at places like old schools or libraries or churches. And once it reaches a certain point, I became very familiar with areas like this, areas where it's well lit like this. In an area where there's normally a lot of people, but it's empty, it's at night. If you wander away from the group, you're kind of alone with the sounds of the electrical hum of the lights. But you look out, and it's just a black void. And it was scary, it was creepy, but I really, really liked it. And looking back, I think that's one of the first times I really acknowledged just how interconnected the feeling of being creeped out, but also safe and comfortable. I think that's the first time I really acknowledged just how interwoven those two feelings are. Okay, so it made a big deal of this phone being here, but it doesn't look like I can actually use it. Now, is there anywhere in particular that I'm supposed to go? This is billed as a survival horror map. Doesn't seem like I can use any of these things. It said I would have to manage things like my hunger and thirst. Oh, that's a missing persons poster. Laura Clorens. I wonder if I can actually dial that number? Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's any numbers actually detailed on there. But look at this! I mean, it doesn't seem... I most likely just can't go through here, but it's just a black window. It looks like you're supposed to be able to see through it, but there's nothing on the other side. Now, that could just be to denote that it's a map and you're not supposed to go that way, but at the same time, it's just strange, you know? Can we... Oh, I guess I'm just leaving. Have I gotten, like, the Far Cry 4 golden ending? Oh, I must say, though, this is a very nice, custom intro. Certainly didn't expect something like this. Oh, wait, hang on, wait, I hope this isn't copyright music. I hope this isn't copyrighted music. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm just gonna have to mute this because I don't want to have to yell over the whole thing, but this does not sound like something I can... Pennsylvania News. The power surge caused problems. Tonight, there were major problems at some electrical substations. People complained about damage to electrical appliances. In Gettysburg, there was even one fire in the private sector. The Pennsylvania Electricity Authority said that all problems have already been evaporated. This is... Okay, so the writing leaves a little bit to be desired. But I suppose it's fine for exposition purposes. Can I move on? 5,001 reasons why IKEA is a bad company. Yeah, this is a map that really just isn't concerned with copyright at all, is it? Hello? I can't leave this screen. I guess I'm just gonna wait here for the song to end, and if it still doesn't happen, I'll just restart the map. Alright, here I am restarting. I gotta find out, there's gotta be something else I can do, because that seemed like an ending. Maybe if I try taking the elevator, maybe there's something I can do with this? So I can actually take the elevator and start going down. It's that song. I may have to mute that as well. This map really just isn't concerned with copyright, huh? And it really makes it difficult to record a video on stuff like this. I hate muting game audio, because game audio, like I just explained, is such a big part of what makes a map work. Especially in something like this, you know, it's all about that atmosphere. I feel like we've been going down a really long way. And the buttons are only up or down. It doesn't actually specify a floor number. Oh yeah, that's the kind of artwork you just hang on the wall of your office. But then again, it seems like this isn't the regular office. No, we are not in Kansas anymore. Shut up, phone. Now, I've just realized a new set of UI elements has just appeared. We have $20 in our wallet, and we have a hunger and a thirst bar. Now, here's a custom ad for the company. I think before I really did end up in the, a Far Cry-style golden ending, where you just do nothing, and it turns out that that's the best choice. You just leave your workplace like usual. Now this is a very strange thing, because the way the light is reflecting off the glass on this painting, I have to move to the side to be able to see it. Now I actually do recognize this one, and there are a few others by the same artist that I really like, but I can't think of the artist's name right now. Messages. So, the guys who took the instructions for assembling the Super Comfort sofa, urgently bring the instructions to Assembly Department number 3 before 2 p.m. Writes the Chief Technician Alderney. If you don't bring it, I'll bury you in this couch. Okay, good. I can edit this file. Today is December 21st. My name is Richard. I was... Okay, the PA system has started playing music. My name is Richard. I was born in Erie. I just wanted to buy tools from Room Inc. to fix my car. Well, everything went wrong when I got on that elevator. I'm running out of space in the file. I need to look for another computer. Maybe I'll write something else if I don't find a way out of here. January 9th, 1982. We were going to have a big party with Alfred. The main thing, as always, is not to overdo it with alcohol. I have something interesting to tell him. I don't know how he'll react. Huh. Wait, was this here before? I feel like it was. I think it was. I think I just got a little wrapped up in what I was just reading. Okay, so we certainly are going with the endless aesthetic of the backrooms here. Now, a lot of liminal maps will try to have very specifically strange and uncanny features, but this seems to kind of be going more with the classic interpretation of the backrooms, which is that the rooms themselves are actually very repetitive. Now, with a map like GM Liminal Space, we didn't really see that until The Return, when they added that hotel area that had a large space with all these similar rooms. For the most part, there were so many landmarks there that it was actually very easy to navigate. But here, I mean, if I wanted to find my way back to that elevator, there's no way I could do it if I tried. Actually, I didn't even try to take the elevator back up. I feel like maybe I might have actually made a big mistake. Bobby want get out? Or Bori? It's either Bori or Bobby. And I just realized my hunger and thirst are actually dropping very quickly. I'm metabolizing like a nuclear submarine. This is 1982. Oh, I've collected 1 of 7 catalogs. Oh, I can pick these up? That's actually, that's quite bad. I missed the first one. I wonder if I'm actually meant to collect them all. I wonder if that's actually important to surviving this map. So this really is true survival horror. To use survival in the modern sense of having to keep up with your needs. 1986. What just happened? Oh, I have a flashlight. The power just went out. It's now completely silent. I thought that the hum of the electrical lights would start to get to me, but now that it's gone, I actually kind of miss them. It's like I've lost the one comfort that I had. Now all that's left is the sound of my own footsteps in these dark halls, and call me crazy, but I'm actually kind of listening out now, worried that at any time I might start to hear... I was gonna say another set of footsteps, but the phone is just as scary. You hear that, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to find that in a second, but first I'm gonna take a look at this terminal. And it might just be me, but I feel like I just heard like a breath or something. That was so faint, it might have been my imagination. Okay. The computers have information from other computers that are in the main building. Apparently shared servers. Maybe there's some information in them. I'm starting to see some bullcrap. A black man, or whatever it is. No, it's just crazy. We need to find a way out, urgently. Christopher, what is the ban on the use of elevators? I don't want to drag this refrigerator up the stairs. My back already hurts. At this all the boss's quirks? If they notice, they will give a fine. The elevator is for visitors only. I'm pretty sure that's actually an OSHA violation. January 17th, 1982. Even though the date on the top says the 2nd of January. She didn't even come to the funeral. She's already walking around with some freak named Michael, the son of a rich furniture maker. Never mind. They'll all pay for everything soon. My thirst is at 0, and my hunger's at 10%. I'm starting to take health damage. And I'm moving very slowly. I need to figure out... Okay, this is actually really annoying now. I need to figure something out now. But I haven't seen another vending machine in forever. I don't even have time to look for that phone. Where's a vending machine? Why is it slowing me down like this, too? I hear something. I hear something. And it's not the phone. Okay, water. Thank you. Oh, is that all I get? Is only 30%? But, oh, and now hunger dips. Great. I really wish that it was a little longer lasting than that. I feel like that's going to get in the way a lot. I hear that phone again, but... Oh, yes, I'm back by the elevator, so you can find your way back. Was there something over here that I wanted to get? Yes, I wanted to get the poster. It seems like in the dark it doesn't display correctly, though. But it didn't even... It was all black, but it didn't even let me, It didn't even let me get a number from it. I can't take the elevator back up, so... What am I meant to do, then? I feel like I'd be enjoying this a lot more if I had more time to look around. I mean, yes, I do appreciate having a hunger and thirst system in this map, because that legitimately would be a huge problem. I mean, getting lost isn't just getting lost. You have needs to attend to. After a while, this would become a real problem, is you're in this area that you associate with work, with your normal day, and yet it's almost a survival situation, like akin to being stuck in the desert. Well, there's an exit sign. The problem is, because it's... Thanks a lot. Okay, please stop playing all this copyrighted music. It's making things very difficult for me. The problem with, I gotta talk through all of this because I can't just get rid of the sound completely. Okay, just keep letting me spend money. Oh, the lights are back on, but there's, oh my god, that music, stop it, please. I don't want to have to constantly talk. This map is making it so hard to play. Okay, put more money in the vending machine, get my hunger to 100%. I need to find more water. Bobby liked dark, and yet the lights have come back on their own. Now, okay. I hear that sound of that phone ringing again. But it's not one of these phones? Okay, thank God it's finally stopped. But now my thirst is back down, and I'm walking slowly again. Okay, I gotta follow the sound of the phone. It's quite loud over here. Stopped. It seems like every time I get somewhat close, it stops ringing. I'm gonna die very, very soon. This is such a frustrating map to me so far. In a lot of different ways, but I'll elaborate more on that after I starve to death, or in this case, die of dehydration after 5 minutes down here. I can hear a strange noise again. I'm gonna try getting close to it. No, we're just right back here. Okay, well, I might as well try and die in the elevator. Just send my body back up to the top to be found in the morning. And there we go. Oh, I just respawn right here, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, so basically two main... I start with only 20% thirst. I can't find any more water. The thing that's annoying me about this map is that, yes, it would be a very unique twist and a very original twist to take into account the very real threat you would have in this situation, which is of running out of food and water. It is, as I said before, very interesting how something like an office building can almost take on the same level of danger as like a desert. But when it happens this quickly, I feel like I'm just walking around looking for food. And I'm not just walking around looking for food, I'm scrambling looking for food and water, to the point where I'm not even really thinking about scary situations. If I hear something scary, all I'm thinking is, okay, let me go towards it. Maybe it's something I can eat. So it's really detracting from the horror element, which is a shame because this map is doing so many things so well. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of new turns I can take. I gotta be on the lookout, first and foremost, for, and I'm out of water, so I can only walk slowly now. I think you're the one that I already... Oh, no, you're not the one that I already refilled from. Okay, so that buys me a little bit of time. And I do feel like it kind of takes away from it, knowing that if I die, I just respawn back at the elevator. So, like, if that's going to be the case, what's even the point of having this kind of difficulty? I feel like hunger and thirst should just be something that's kind of in the back of your mind the whole time, not this constant thing that you're trying to keep up. Because the whole point of the backrooms, the whole anxiety that they're meant to create, is that you're lost in this space, not knowing how you're going to last long term, not knowing where you are, not knowing your way back to how you got in here in the first place. But here, it's kind of my primary concern, and it's not even allowing me to worry about what this place is, of how I'm going to get out of here, of what might be in here with me. Bobby won't get out, so I've been here before. And yes, it's kind of a labyrinth, but it seems like you can sort of figure out your way around. I don't think anything is changing. There's that sound again. I gotta find that phone. Back this way? No. And that phone only rings for like a short time, so it's going to be really frustrating if I can't find it. Here we go again. I don't know what more you really want me to do. See, at this point, I'm just kind of waiting for the next thing to happen. I don't know if sprinting makes my resources drain faster. But, I mean, hey, what do I care? I'm just going to respawn back at the elevator, and now I'm out of thirst, and... Now I'm out of thirst, and I can't really move. And when there's so much ground to cover, mechanics that force you to walk slowly are very frustrating. And it's just one more thing that's taking away from my enjoyment of this. There's that phone again. I shouldn't be worrying about survival as the primary mechanic. That's my whole thing. That's the thing that's really ruining it for me. It should be this dread in the back of my mind that if I don't find something soon, I'm not going to survive. This is the loudest it's been yet. Which one of you is it? Come on. Let me select whichever one you are. Okay. What did that do for me? And once again, I'm just wandering. Which, you know, I wouldn't have nearly as much of a problem with if I weren't so focused on these survival elements. Now, I do like how that health drop is very slow. That's the kind of thing that makes sense. But when it comes to the actual degradation of the hunger and thirst in the first place, especially when you couple those with the fact that I'm forced to move so slowly, it just becomes really frustrating. And I have to say, I'm not scared right now. Which is such a shame. This map lost a lot of goodwill. Sometimes maps seem a little rough in the beginning, and they surprise me. Yes, Bobby, come get me. I want you to come get me at this point to give me something to talk about. Sometimes they're rough at first and surprise me. This one seems very, very polished at first, and then doesn't really seem to know what to do with itself. Like, the whole appeal of this map, the whole way in which it's trying to be unique and different, is that unlike other liminal space maps, it has gameplay to it. And in my opinion, this gameplay is just kind of falling flat. Okay, we're back here. No consequence to dying. Which, you know, if there were, it would be even more frustrating. But to me, that doesn't mean there needs to be... That doesn't mean there needs to be no consequence to dying. That needs to mean that survival is more in my hands, you know what I mean? And not just totally reliant on me just lucking into water and food. Now, my money is persistent, so... Hello. Hi. Okay, first scare of the game. I'm just gonna scooch past you and, Well, that was a loud noise and a death. That sucks. I was so hyped for this map, just looking around in the beginning and the atmosphere that it built up. Now, something that would be kind of interesting is, what if the phone ringing... Oh, there's that music starting again. What if the phone ringing was meant to guide you to whatever the next event would be? Maybe you never actually get to pick up that phone, but it's meant to lure you in the direction of where the next event will take place. And maybe that is what's happening. Maybe I just haven't gotten a chance to really see the follow-through on that yet. Now with that scare, with the black shadow on the ceiling, a big problem with that probably would have scared me a lot if I had just seen it out of the corner of my eye. And in fact, the first, like, millisecond that I was looking at it, it did kind of get me. But the problem is, it allowed me to stare at it for too long. And at that point, it just looked kind of goofy. Now, games like Amnesia: The Dark Descent, even though they have monsters that do look quite a bit scarier than that, the Amnesia games implement a mechanic where they discourage you from looking at a monster for too long. And that's kind of smart because, yes, it's a little bit annoying as gameplay. I think there are probably better ways to do that. But it knows that you'll be more afraid of the monsters if you've only ever caught small glimpses of them. And so, in discouraging you from looking directly at them, it kind of allows that mystery to persist in your mind of what even is chasing me. I think I might have caught a glimpse of some crazy exaggerated feature, but I don't know for sure if that's exactly what I saw. Here, I mean, that guy was on the ceiling, and I was just staring at him like being one of those wacky arm-flailing inflatable tube men. And it just became comical. Ah, another door. Hi. This really is just all it has going for it, isn't it? Okay, so what? I'm gonna walk in here and you're gonna jump down and kill me. Yep, loud noise. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys want me to come back and try this again, maybe I'll do it, but so far this has just killed any goodwill that it built up for me. And that's a shame, because it built up so much goodwill in the beginning. I was so hyped to like this map. So hyped. And it's not even just these really hyper-aggressive survival mechanics that are putting me off of it. It's not just that. It's the fact that in those rare occasions when it does hit me with a scare, it just isn't scary. It did a good job of tension building in the beginning, walking around in here, having the lights cut out, which at that point it made me realize that the hum of the lights was like a comfort that I had it previously annoyed me, but once it was taken away, I actually felt more anxious. And then finding those, like, words scribbled on the wall, Bobby was here. Or, like, Bobby lives here, or something like that. It built a dread. It made me realize this is a huge labyrinth. I'm not alone in here. What does Bobby look like? What does Bobby want to do? What are its intentions? What even is this place? Once I saw Bobby, I was not scared of Bobby anymore. But yeah, that was Room Inc. That's kind of all the time I'm willing to put into this for the moment. If you think there's more to this that I really should see, please let me know, and while you're at it, please give me advice on how to reach that stuff, because if there's a certain way I'm supposed to play this map that maybe I was doing wrong, maybe I'll give it another shake. But until then, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. And as always, I will see you in the next one.